Recording in progress. So, Ratika, it's lovely to be having this joy and laughter yoga conversation with you. And really, as you know, the first question is, what is joy? What is joy to you, Ratika?
So, to me, I think joy is a natural bliss state that we should embody all the time.
Yes. Yes.
So when I think of times when I was in this state, it was usually in childhood.
Okay.
When I embodied joy in every moment of my life.
Fantastic. Yeah.
And as I transitioned towards adulthood, those moments didn't seem to flow as in a nice continuum. So laughter yoga, to me, brought a sense of control of how I could tap into the joy in amongst the chaos of life.
Very nice. Now, I have a little question immediately came to mind once you started speaking, you see, which was, you mentioned, that when you were a child, this kind of inner bliss and inner nature and the joy and all that was just a natural part of who you were. You were naturally embodying it. So do you feel that it is there all the time, right? And we just have, and you just have to access it, or do you feel that, or do you feel it's somewhere else? Or my question is, do you feel that it's still part of your innate? That's the question. Do you still feel, Ratika, that the joy is still part of your innate being?
Yes, I think it's a fundamental part of our nature. Not only mine, but everyone's as human beings. And I think that the lifestyle choices that we make and the environments that we don't foster the joy. And often when I go into work or into a serious setting, it seems that play aspect of it is diminished in some sense. And I allow that to affect my inner joy, my inner bliss.
Yeah.
But now being more aware of it, I can control how my external control to a certain degree when I'm exposed to a setting that isn't fostering the joy within me, to not allow it to affect my inner joy and my inner.
Very nice. I'm sure that what you're saying, I'm sure, is something that everybody will relate to. So how has laughter yoga helped you to access and control your state and reconnect with that joy that you feel living inside you?
I think it's a short circuit to momentarily tap into the bliss state.
Nice.
With a physical laughing action that sends a signal to my mind to be joyous. So rather than thinking it, if I'm in an environment where I can't think it, I can access it physically. And usually how I've done it is I just bring in laughter.
Yes,
just
great.
If it's talking, I'm like, isn't this funny? I'm here so serious. Why are we so serious? And I think about the perspective of how infinitesimally small my presence is in the scale of the universe. And really, we're just monkeys on a planet, on a revolving ball in this universe. And I think, oh my God, this is funny that I'm taking this moment so seriously.
Fantastic. Fantastic. See, what I've loved, among other things, in what you've just said, is the way you use the expressions of laughter yoga is a short circuit for you. It takes you straight there, because you don't need. I am so paraphrasing what I heard you say, that because it's something you don't have to think yourself into a sort of joyous state, but by doing the kind of ha 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 ha, let's not take myself so seriously, it immediately moves you into a different state. So it's the act of just doing a simple laughter yoga practice moves you into your state of joy.
I feel that same effect. Like if I don't feel like exercising, for example, I just force myself to exercise because I know I'm going to feel better after. Yep. Because physically moving my body will change my mentality.
Yeah.
So I know that if I laugh, even though it may not seem appropriate or conducive at that moment, but I know I can change my biochemistry through
Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, Ratika, do you practice often?
I try to.
Oh, good.
But it helps, like when I'm talking to you and then I see you laugh, it makes me want to laugh. Embody that same philosophy about life and laughing through life definitely cultivates that habit in my life.
Fantastic. And would you sort of go along with the proposition that if we do a practice long enough, it stops even being a practice and it stops even being a habit and it just becomes part of who we are? Do you feel that's a fair statement?
I think that's a fair statement, that if you practice continually, you can develop a laughter resilience.
Nice.
In your life.
Yeah.
And that will carry you through times which are more testing than if you didn't have a fundamental laughing practice.
Fantastic. Wonderful. And just to go right back to the beginning, and you find that your laughter practice and your laughter yoga practice and the act of just going the kind of the breathing and ha 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 ha, that takes you very quickly into, or reconnects you very quickly with your state of inner joy.
Yeah, and I think I seek people to laugh with as well. Yep. I think I seek people who I know will just laugh at anything. I'm like, I'll go and try and share that moment with them. And I think that moment sharing with someone else also boosts their mood.
Yep.
When you find someone that shares that same philosophy about laughing or going through life that way, you both are like sunflowers energizing each other in that moment.
Yes. So a joy tip in a way is to find someone to share a bit of laughter and a bit of joy with, because you then get a kind of a bio loop happening between you.
I think that social connection is very powerful.
Fantastic. Ratika, absolutely wonderful and fantastic interview. Thank you very, very much for taking the time to have this chat and this interview and to share your experience.
You're most welcome,
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.